Alright, so boom, I've held my tongue for far too long on this Brittany Renner and PJ Washington situation, because initially I didn't want to speak too early because I knew more information would be released as the weeks progressed. Moreover, initially I thought this was a bit of a genjutsu that they were trying to catch us in. I figured it was some kind of illusion because the way the news was coming out with him retweeting her tweets, with her liking his tweets, and I don't really take social media serious, but if it was two people who were having a falling out in a marriage slash relationship slash co-parenting sort of situation, the last thing I would expect to see is the two of them, working together to dispel news on social media when social media is saying they're falling apart. So when I saw that transpiring, I said, let me pump the brakes, let me just wait and see how things play out. But lo and behold, everything came to fruition because both of them doing stupidness out here in the streets. But let's first address who the two individuals are. If you didn't know who Brittany Renner was, well, this was a career IG thought. You talk about somebody who is the epitome of a gold digger, it is indeed Brittany Renner. The men that she is linked to ranges from Colin Kaepernick, Trey Songz, Chris Brown, Tyga, Ben Simmons, Lil Uzi Vert, Drake, James Harden, Jamal Murray, and now PJ Washington. To say the least, she's the kind of person who wants to date a man who is successful. However, here's something that I always found funny. A lot of women like to say, hey man, I like to date athletes. I like to date entrepreneurs. I like to date rappers. Why is it that you only date those whose name is in the media? Why you never hang out with SoundCloud rappers? Why you never at the local rec center? If you went to athletes, they got athletes there. Why you never at the G League? You never showed up to a semi-pro football game. You went to rappers. Why you not at the local performance down at the bar somewhere where you just got a rapper who's up and coming? Oh no, you looking for the people who happen to be at the finish line, but I'll get on that a little bit later. Who is PJ Washington? He's an up-and-coming player for the Charlotte Hornets, having completed his second season for the organization, getting drafted in 2019. He played for the University of Kentucky, was a standout, performer at that school, and here we are now with the man entering his third year in the league. Now, a little bit of a backstory of the dating history between Brittany Renner and PJ Washington. Now, granted, a lot of people are talking about he was being groomed fresh out of high school, fresh into college, per se, because they had photographs of Brittany Renner attending Kentucky games, and PJ Washington just so happened to be on the roster. Now, none of this has been confirmed or denied, I should say. So it's conflicting stories whether they were dating during that time or if she was just, trying to scout to pick somebody out, because Brittany Renner is the same individual who happened to say things like this.
In my experience, the worst people to deal with are the athletes. None of them use condoms, really. So if y'all really want to try to come up off a check off a man, you could just fuck an athlete. They're really dumb. I don't like talking about my history with men I'm dating, I guess until now, because most of the guys that I've dealt with are gonna have more money than you. And you're gonna feel a way about it.
Now, why is this information relevant? Well, the dating rumors came out and surfaced about the two of them being a unit in February of 2019, approximately 4 months before PJ Washington was drafted 12th overall by the Charlotte Hornets. In this video that Brittany Renner made a year prior to him being drafted in 2018, she talked about, if you want to trap a man, go after an athlete because they're incredibly dumb, they don't use protection, and it's easy to come up off of them. There's no way in hell that PJ Washington was unaware of this kind of video because it was all over the internet. Moreover, it's not as if this was her first rodeo. This was going to be the first athlete that she was trying to sleep with, because in the very video she said,
I want to know my body count. I don't know why in 2018 that's any of your fucking business or why it matters, but 24. 11 athletes. Woo! 5 entertainers. Woo! 8 regular guys. Woo!
Granted, this is the internet, so you got to take everything you hear online with a grain of salt, because we've seen time and time again somebody get online, talk all this big talk, turns out they're a whole different person in real life. Derek Jackson, but we ain't talking about that right now. Made a whole video about that. But Brittany Renner, that very year in 2018, after releasing that video, she released a book that had a tell-all book about 7 different relationships that she had with men throughout her lifetime, whether that ranged from entertainers to athletes to other regular guys, all these different people who happen to be on the carousel of penises that she just so happened to jump on. But that book was released 4 months after she made this particular video in October of 2018, 5 months prior to when the news came out that PJ Washington was dating her. Now granted, as we both know, when the reports come out that two people are dating, that doesn't mean that's when they started dating. So for all intents and purposes, we can come to to a consensus that PJ Washington was dating this woman while she was doing press for her upcoming book release. So there is no way he did not know that this was the kind of woman that this lady was. And still, not only does he smash her, he decides to get into a relationship with her. And then what happens? Pregnancy.
Lousy son of a bitch. That's exactly what he is. But he's a no-good bastard for what he did, and he ought to burn in hell for it.
Now that we have the timeline in order, fast forward 25 months from when the reports came out that they dated in February 2019 to March 2021. Maternity photo shoot. Brittany Renner is pregnant. PJ Washington is a father-to-be, and everybody is sitting there like, what is wrong with him? Not even a quarter of the year passed after the child was born in May of 2021, and reports come out the two of them are broken up, and all of a sudden there's talks about child support of upwards to $200,000 per month. PJ Washington is on Instagram, on his Instagram stories, talking about, I want to see my son. Why can't I see my son? It's an evil world we live in. Are you stupid, Mr. Washington? Did you not see this coming? Now, granted, I can't sit here and confirm nor deny what the intentions of what Brittany Renner's whole plan was, or she concocted this plan from the infancy of this relationship when she was attending his games at Kentucky, but we certainly can sit here and say there was an implication. Facts! Because this is the very woman who said if you wanted to trap a man, all you got to do is get with an athlete. So it's safe to say there is an implication. You want to make sure you grab a man who's very malleable, who doesn't really understand what's going on in the world, very young. So you just assume, man, this girl who got all these followers, all these dudes want to be with her. Man, she want me. Of course, this feeling of love, this got to be real. So of course, there's got to be a little bit of manipulation that can work to the implication that's on display here. Then, of course, you having to go through with a relationship, you mess around, you get pregnant, you bring the child to term, you go ahead and you give birth. 3 months later, all of a sudden, you want some, I want to move on and do me. So, of course, there's an implication. Now, one would look at this situation and be like, man, Brittany Renner, surely she has some kind of remorse for what's transpiring. You got this man on Instagram, on all over social media, crying, whining, if you will. Man, I haven't seen my child. Man, I want to just be around with my kids and all this other stuff. So surely as a new mother, you would want to accommodate those needs, because the issues that you may have with that man, that doesn't reflect on the way that his ability to be a father. And Brittany Renner had this to say.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but stand your ground. It's sacred. So when you stand your ground, you stand in your truth. When you stand in your truth, you stand in your power. And when you stand in your power, I'm to a place where I've just accepted that my light is so bright that it causes all of the roaches to scatter in places they thought they could hide. It's just me being me. It just causes such an uproar. Like, loving yourself is such a rebellious act these days, But I'm here to tell you, I am so not sorry.
Man, what the fuck is you talking about?
What the fuck was that?
I'm sorry, man.
But wait, there's more.
Hey y'all! It's officially stepdaddy season. Yeah, what up? I got the car seat in the back. Let's go to the park. Don't let your baby mama or your baby daddy watch your blessings. I know in theory it sounds good keeping the same person to have kids with, but that's insanity as well. So if it doesn't work out with them, it'll work out with someone else. Okay? It just will. That's how that goes. And trust me, I know it's ghetto. It is so ghetto being a baby mama, and thinking about multiple baby daddies is scary. But, you and my baby gonna be alright. We're gonna be alright. We moving forward, onward, upward, okay? I know a lot of you are skeptical about talking to people with children, but I can assure you, the baby mamas now, today, we don't give a damn. You can have them. I have exited the rat race. I am not a threat. I want you to be around for a long time, not a good time. You can hold my son, put him on your story. I trust his judgment. I really do. I really, really do. I just want you guys to be happy. I swear. I do. Now, I'm not a threat, but, I can't speak for the other of the other hoes that you don't know about. You know, maybe odds ever be in your favor. But I am here for it. Okay? Like, people move on. Save the, you should have got the ring first. It wasn't gonna work out anyways. It just wasn't gonna work out. Let's laugh together and let's raise this baby, you know? Oh, it's ghetto. It's so fucking ghetto. In conclusion, stepdaddy season. Big aura, big lumber, big follow through, need only apply.
What?
Kill her. Fuck you, bitch.
Believe it or not, there's more.
It's a good day to have a good motherfucking day. And an even better day to follow your heart. Cheers to that, little bitch. How are y'all today? You see the bodies on revenge, and this is just me sitting down. You either applying pressure or you feeling it. So what y'all doing? Because I'm applying this because I feel like someone needs to hear it. This too shall pass. You know, my life has been a shit show the past 2 months. When I made a decision that I'm gonna follow my heart and I'm gonna do what makes me happy, and I don't care what it looks like, I feel like so many obstacles have been thrown in my way just for me choosing me. And it feels like, shouldn't this be easy when I live a life of transparency, when I follow the road less traveled, when I'm doing what makes me happy? Shouldn't it be easier? No, of course not. That's why a lot of people are living a lie. A world full of frauds and followers. Because to walk this road, it's not for the weak. So you will be tested. That's just what comes with it. But you have to know this too will pass. On the other side of that fear you have is freedom. Getting that mud around like, why me? And I do. I get in that mode because what the fuck? Something needs to let up, you know? But then I sit to myself and I'm thinking, who better? Who else? Sweetie, I got the grit and grace. Beautiful and vicious. My favorite combination.
What does that even mean? Chris!
Here comes the United States champion, Chris Benoit.
So let me get this straight. You mean to tell me approximately 4 to 5 weeks after you and your child's father has now broken up. Moreover, all the reports talking about they were married, I cannot confirm nor deny. I have yet to find any articles that confirm that they were indeed married, and all I know is that they were just dating. So I'm not going to go with the whole husband and now divorcee sort of situation and spousal support. As far as I'm concerned, the only thing on the marquee here is child support. But you mean to tell me, after 4 to 5 weeks, these two just so happen to have a breakup. They're both now co-parenting. This woman makes a video talking about it is stepdaddy season. Excuse me, pardon me? Are you out of your mind?
Are you out of your skull?
Let me tell you something, fellas, we gotta do better because there's no apparent reason why this woman should be able to get on the internet talking about his stepdaddy season after just seeing what she just did to this man, and somebody's gonna go and accommodate her needs because simps in this world exist. This is the epitome of the woman that you should stay away from. There isn't a single woman who has any kind of morality, respect for herself, who would sit over here and applaud what this lady is doing. I don't care if there's been an array of different people, whether it's men or women in the past who have done a number of men wrong, if that's a lady, or a man who's done a number of women wrong. You cannot sit here and enable this behavior. You can clearly see this lady had a premeditated idea or premeditated concept to go ahead and secure the bag that we like to joke about so much, but we forget the fact that these are human beings, and she did this to this man in an effort to secure payments and then come up on this dude with a child. Now all of a sudden on some, yeah, you know, I'm over here looking for a new man that's gonna be able to take care of me and my kid, and you can just go ahead and post the kid on your story willy-nilly. Are you out of your mind? Bro, where is Ray Caruth when you need him? Where's O.J. Simpson when you need him? If P.J. Washington was to go off the rails and this lady went missing, honestly,
Now, I'm not saying he should have killed her, but I understand.
because this type of shit right here is enough to, invigorate the goddamn fury inside somebody. The indignation is building inside of my soul just listening to how things have transpired here. But fellas, it's on us to leave harlots like this alone. The writing was on the wall from day one. There is no reason why PJ Washington should have made it to this particular point to where you got a kid off this woman. You've got to be out of your mind. First and foremost, PJ Washington, you need to change whoever the hell is in your circle. Because if you actually had friends, you would have never got to the point where you guys would have even been in a relationship. If you had real friends, they would have nipped this in the butt from the start. Bro, look at this video, look at this video, look at this video, look at this video. Look at a history of dating this person, this person, this person. Look what she had to say about this. Here's her book where she had this. How the hell do you even get to the point to where you're in a 2-year relationship with this girl and you thought shit was gonna be different? Are you out of your mind? The first person I blame is PJ Washington because we already knew what Brittany Renner was.
She's a hoe.
But PJ Washington, we thought you would be smarter than that. Hell, if you want to date her, all right, cool. But you're going to have a child at age 22 with this woman? Are you crazy?
Fucking retard.
A week after this lady makes these videos, he is dating another IG model. I have zero sympathy for this man. Zero sympathy for this man. As far as I'm concerned, they both need to get hit with a series of clubbing blows after clubbing blows after clubbing blows after clubbing blows after clubbing blows, and then call him to bring him over to Texas and have John Bradshaw Latefield hit him with all kinds of lariats and clotheslines from hell, because both of them are some stupid idiot ass motherfuckers, bruh. You mean to tell me you just got this girl impregnated? Literally, late last year, she just gave birth to your child, infant son. 4 months old he is. You're already in a situation where you can't even see this child like that. An Instagram model did this to you. A fitness influencer, if you will, did this to you, who had a history of doing this to other guys. Not getting pregnant, but doing this to where she's using these other guys and all this other stuff. You've seen all of this. And the first thing you do, 5 weeks after your relationship with this girl had terminated, you go after the same exact woman in the goddamn career field. I'm not gonna sit over here and slander this particular girl. I don't know what she's about. I don't know nothing of that nature. But it's clear she's in the exact same field, if you will. We're online, we got photos that's being posted, we're looking a certain sort of way, we're trying to gain her attention, we're hanging out in these circles where we're around the same kind of players that you want to vet to maybe, they're at a higher status, so perhaps I could be in a situation where I'm on a come up, and this is the lady that you decided to go date. Where you should be is somewhere trying to date a receptionist. You should be dating a lady who got a different kind of career, off the grid, don't got no sort of social media preference. But again, this is somebody who ain't got no motherfucking guidance. To make matters worse, she too is a single mother. Both these motherfuckers need their ass whipped. Bottom line, I'd love to sit here and be like, man, there's a silver lining here. Perhaps there could be some room for guidance here for one of them. Because Brittany Renner's already far gone. There is no saving for this woman. It's not until the wall hits her when she's like 35 and she doesn't look like she looks now that she's going to finally understand. But PJ Washington is 23 years old right now. I can guarantee you, before the end of 2022, he's probably going to have somebody else impregnated. Homie going to be participating in the Nick Cannon challenge. I need to understand what the hell's going through this brother mind, bro. He need his ass whipped. Take him to Suplex City, because this don't make no sense.
Suplex City, bitch.
Fellas, do better. Do not be like PJ Washington. If anybody bought a PJ Washington jersey in Charlotte, I need you to do me a favor right now and burn it. Burn it. Don't even go return it. It's not returnable. There should be no kind of cash value for returning that. If you were to bring that back to the Charlotte Hornet shop and you try to give that jersey back, you might have to pay back money along with the jersey because you dumbass paid for it. It's like a bottle deposit for that goddamn jersey. It's ridiculous, bruh. I do not want to see anybody talk about, yo, free PJ, free. No. He did it to himself because he's fixing to, repeat the exact same cycle. It doesn't look like this brother wants any kind of guidance. Because everybody on the internet, literally, there's not a single comment like, hey man, yo, you should go and try to see if you can get her back. Hey man, it's not her fault at all, man. You just gotta be a better. This isn't happening. Everybody like, yo, free PJ, yo, what's wrong with him? Yo, what you doing, man? And he's still gonna fall into the same genjutsu. Release this brother from the genjutsu he's caught in, bruh. Brittany Renner, you already know how I feel about her. That is a thought amongst thought. Thotimus Prime. She's in the whole Hall of Fame. The fourth wing, coming soon. But PJ Washington, from me to you, put your motherfucking head back down, stupid. Gotta be out your goddamn mind. Idiot, man.
Stupid bitch.
Don't save him. He don't wanna be saved.
I'm not here to maintain an image. Maintaining an image requires effort. being yourself is effortless. So I'm gonna stick to being myself. I don't know about you. Know this, the things that you see in me are the things you see in yourself. Where else would the correlation be if that wasn't true? I'll wait. It is said that the shadow is the essence of the person who cast it. And you can learn a thing or two about the people who irritate you. Hard pill swallowed, isn't it? I don't have to accept your gift, darling. You come to my page and you give me the gift of rage. You give me the gift of sadness. You give me the gift of insecurity. I do not have to take on your traumas. What happened to you? I only accept your gift if I want to. But either way, the choice is entirely up to me.
Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. And P.S., now that I got all the animosity out of my body, let's just bring the mood down, okay? First and foremost, as it pertains to the child support and the amount of alleged money per month, $200,000 per month, that is incredibly inaccurate. There is no way that a man who signed a 4-year, $12 to $13 million deal would be paying that much per month. I believe it was Gilbert Arenas who broke it down in a comment section somewhere on Instagram, where he said the range would be about $10,000, but most likely between $9,000 and $11,000 that he'd still be paying per month. Now, granted, don't get me wrong, that's a hell of a payment, recurring payment at that, because Brittany Renner would be making 6 figures at the end of the year solely off of child support. On top of that, she has money that she's made herself, so I'm pretty sure that that number would be substantially reduced. But moral of this story here is, fellas, you gotta choose better. The best looking face, the most attractive girl, the most popular girl, the girl who got the most clout, that isn't the best woman available for you. Ladies, the dude who just so happened to have the best sort of look, that got the most amount of money, got the most clout behind him, he ain't the best dude for you. There's a lot of different things that you should take into account when choosing a partner, let alone a child's parent. Because at the end of the day, the loser in this entire ordeal is the kid. Because you're most likely, there's no doubt in my mind, these two ain't gonna get along for a very long time. Probably not. Who knows? There could be a miracle of all miracles to where they have an amicable sort of relationship. But as far as I'm concerned with the way things are transpiring right now, who knows how long it'll be until there's some sort of, come to Jesus moment for the two of them. As it pertains to, ladies being promiscuous, I'm not going to do with the whole slut shaming sort of situation. You do whatever the hell you want to do. You want to sleep with 100 motherfuckers, that's your business. I make jokes left and right, but that's your business. But understand that there are two different ways that things work as it pertains to men betting a woman and a woman betting a man. Because if a man walks into a club at 8 p.m. and tries to see if he gets on a microphone and says, hey, would anybody like to sleep with me tonight? He's going to have to put in work to get one woman by 12 a.m. If a woman gets on the mic, walks into a club, says, is there any man that wants to sleep with me? She'll have at least 5 participants by 8:01. A key that opens every single lock is a master key. A lock that's opened by any key is a faulty lock. We are two entirely different people. So whenever I'm seeing a lot of people talk about, oh man, why everybody talk about Brittany Renner's past? It doesn't matter how many people she slept with. If it was a dude, nobody would be calling him a slut, because it's entirely two different things. Men gotta put in a shit ton of work in order to bed a woman. A woman gotta put in a shit ton of work for a man to love her, not for a man to sleep with her. But that's a different conversation. PJ Washington, from me to you.
Go fuck yourself.
Literally though, stop talking to women. Take about 2 years off, abstinence, beat off. Do not engage in any sort of coital affairs whatsoever. Brother, you are not in the right state of mind. If anybody has this man's contact info, do me a favor. Go find him and slap him several times over. Put a basketball in his hand and tell him on focus on getting the most improved player in the league. Do not go over here getting hung up on girls, bro. You're going to destroy yourself. You will destroy yourself.